Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So this is a gorgeous rainbow colour blocks that I did last week for my lovely client. We decided to go crazy rainbow and try out a double heart. I have done double hearts before, but I did an online course with Kerry Anderson through lockdown, and I just wanted to try out my new skills. Sorry, I totally lost my brain there. So I'm just starting off on this middle finger with some loose glitters, just super bright rainbow colours, and I am picking up tiny beads of glass slippers, which is the clear I use from Glitter Bells, and then dipping it straight into the glitter and applying it to the nail. And I'm trying to sort of carve out a heart shape. It doesn't have to be perfect at this stage, just sort of attempt it. And as you can see, just faffing a lot. And then a bit of the blue. And then just using my brush to try and create that heart shape as best I can. And then I'm going to come in with my clear, and this is what this is the bit that you've got to try and get right. So I normally come in with one big bead and then put it over the two like humps of the heart and then push down in the middle, but for some reason this time I did one half and then the other half, which I actually found more difficult. So on the other finger that I'd already done, I did it the way I normally do it, but on the hand that I'm recording, apparently I wanted to make it more difficult for myself. So as you can see, I'm just applying the clear nice and thick because you want to be able to file back at the end, so you want it quite thick at this stage. I'm just trying to get it as neat as humanly possible, especially at the top end of the top part of the heart, because you can't, later on once this is dry, I'm going to come in with my file and file off the edges to make them nice and crisp, but the top part of the heart you can't really get in there with the file, so you've got to try and do the real best you can with your brush. Just add where you need to. So ignore my brush, it is not its best at the minute. I accidentally, rookie mistake, left a little bit of acrylic on it and it set hard, so I had to leave soaking in monomer for ages. I had to lightly scrape, and it's not great at the minute. I'm just waiting for Glitter Bells to restock their rose gold brushes, and then I will be ordering a new one, so just ignore it. Also, it was super hot on this day that I did these nails. I mean, I think it was 31, and we are UK if you are watching from a different country, and in the UK we don't get hot weather like that very often. So I was working really wet with my acrylic because I obviously didn't want it to set crazy quick. So if it looks a bit sloppy and a bit messy, that's why, because I really needed to have time to play with the acrylic with a lot of this set. So I worked a lot wetter than I would, and I do work quite wet, so it does look a bit messy at times, so please forgive, especially this part. This was a bit messy. I would normally have tried to work a bit drier and walk the bead down the nail and get the nice crisp edge, but because I was working so wet, yeah, it just looks a mess. But I got there in the end, and that's the main thing. So on that ring finger, I just did a standard nail bed smile line, and on this finger I am doing half and half. So half the nail will be the gorgeous nude colour, which is Peachabelle Cover, which is one of the darker of the core powders. It's one of my absolute favourites. My favourite core powders from Glitterbels are Peachabelle Cover, which is what I'm using now, Peachabelle Soft, which is a lighter version of this, and Pink Opal, which is a pink, beautiful cover powder. They're like my 3 go-to. I mean, there is so many more gorgeous ones. Plush Cover is stunning, and Sugared Almond, stunning, all beautiful. There is so many beautiful cover powders, but the 3 that I mentioned are definitely my go-to ones for ombres, nail beds, everything. I just find them really easy to work with, really easy. You get plenty of time with them, and they just mould really well. I just really, really like them. So as you can see, I'm building this up because I'm working. I didn't dare work with really big beads because I was scared they were going to set because it was hot. I cannot stress this enough how hot it was. So yeah, just ignore the application and ignore my gloves. When I'm wearing my visor, my hair tickles my face, so I'm constantly moving my hair on my face, and I keep getting makeup on my gloves. It looks disgusting. I apologise. And I'm just coming in now and doing a rainbow down this nail with my glitter. I can't even remember where I got this glitter from. It's in a stacker. It might be Chintzy. Chintzy, is that how you say it? I'm sure it's something festival. Okay, it's so long ago about this. If you look back on my videos from like 2 years ago, I think I did a video where I like showed you what the stacker was and what it was called and stuff. But yeah, it's a gorgeous like summery one I've been using for a few years now. And then I'm just going to come in with these dots. Again, I think these were from Diamond Glitters, if I remember rightly. So I've got some little pink dots and some orange, yellow, green, blue. I just come down the nail. As you can see, they're super cute. Come down the nail with them. I just think it gives more of more depth to the nail once you've capped in clear. They just look, I don't know, real twinkly. It's a really nice effect. I do it quite a lot when I'm doing rainbow nails. So just making sure they're all where I want them to be, nudging them around with the tip of my brush. Look how pretty they look. And now I'm coming in with a file. It's an old file because I don't want to be using like a fresh file. And so when you're colour blocking, you're pressing against the acrylic, but every now and then you'll push down a little bit on the client's nail, and with an older file, you're going to do much less damage, I suppose. It's more just paranoia in my head, but I did disinfect my file before I started using it, give it a wash, disinfected it, because obviously you're supposed to be using new files. But as you can see, I'm just crisping up this heart to make it look more perfect. Please excuse my son, he's upstairs playing on his PlayStation, being extremely noisy. And then I'm just coming in and doing this smile line as well. So how is everyone coping at the minute? Is everybody doing okay? Nothing much has changed, has it, at the minute? Just want to say sorry to all the beauticians and makeup artists and lash techs out there who still can't work. I really feel for you guys. It's so crap. So here we go. This is where it gets a bit difficult. So I pop a bead down and drag it over the heart so I can still see the heart, so I can see how thick I'm doing it above the heart, if that makes sense. So I can see that both sides of that nude are the same. And then pushing it in with my brush again, trying to get that shape as best I can with my brush. And then like flattening it down and going in again and keep going. And then the same at the bottom. So popping that bead down and then dragging it over the heart so that I can see what I'm doing. This was where I made the mistake when I first started doing hearts. I couldn't see like which side, you know, I couldn't see if it was too thick, too thin, if it was even on both sides. So I've learnt to like drag it over the heart so you can still see the heart. And then just adding anywhere I need to add. At this point, it's going to start to look really, really ugly. And don't worry about that. It's supposed to look ugly. Colour block does look ugly. But yeah, just add where you need to and shape where you need to. Filing is a godsend when it comes to colour block. Just making sure that whole heart is done. And I just felt like this side needed to be a smidgen higher. So I've just come in with a bit more, making sure that dip into the middle of the heart is nice and crisp. And obviously it's setting now, so I haven't got much time to work with it. And then on this one, I'm going to do rainbow stripes again, like the pinky, but without the circles. So just starting up in these wings with the pink colour. And then I'll come in with the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, as I did before. Just try not to get any of the glitter sorry, on top of the nail bed area. Keep it all quite thin so that you can cap it. Because obviously, well, not obviously, if you've watched my videos before, you will have heard me say that there is no strength in glitter. Always make sure you lay a clear base before you apply glitter and then clear on top so you sandwich it, because there is no strength in glitter. The nail will just snap. So you have to sandwich it between clear to make sure it's nice and strong. And then I'm just going to do the exact same on this one. Just half and half of the nail. Try not to go too high with the glitter because you need that clear on top. And you don't want the nail to have to be really super thick. So just work with the glitter nice and thin. Tiny, tiny little wet beads. And then dip it straight into the glitter. And sometimes you don't even need to go back in. If you find like you've picked up the orange with a tiny bead and you've put it down, but you want a little bit more orange, you can just dip your wet brush straight into the orange and then put it over the top of what you've already done, because it's already clear there. And then just let them all set before you go in and cap, because you could move the glitter around if it's still wet. Then obviously I'm just coming in with my file again, attempting to crisp these lines up. At this point it was getting difficult because obviously it's taken up a lot of the nail, but as long as the point of the heart is nice and crisp, that is the main like target with the file at this point. And as I said, it is looking real bulky at this stage, but it all turns out okay in the end. So I'm just coming in with some glitter now, and again doing this exact same thing I've done on the other nails, creating like a rainbow stripe, but again work really thin and try not to get it on top of the nude part, although you probably file it off because you file quite a lot anyway. But just work tiny, tiny little sections at a time, pushing that glitter where it needs to go with the tip of your brush. Also, I didn't show the thumb. I can't remember if that was a choice or if my camera stopped recording, but the thumb was exactly the same as the pinky. So I think I chose not to show the thumb because the video was quite long anyway, and I was just repeating myself. So the thumb was rainbow stripes and then the dots over the top. You'll see it when I come to top coat anyway. So that is the design work done. I obviously capped off camera. I must have done. I'm just going to show me filing this one nail just because it's fun to watch. So I'm using my Sayang K38. I always get mixed up. Yeah, K38 is the portable one. That's the one I've got. And then I'm using an e-file bit from Harvey's Nails. It's one of my favourites. If you've seen me use my e-file on here before, you'll know that I use this one a lot. It's just really soft. It's just not soft in the sense of it don't do anything. I just find it's not very jaggedy like some of them can be. It's just nice. It cuts through the acrylic nicely. This is why I like it. So I'm just coming in here with my top coat and top coating all of these nails. Oh God, they're so pretty. I was really actually proud that I'd managed to pull these off when the weather was so hot. How you women do nails in hot countries, I have no idea. Hats off to you. But as you can see, the colour block one looked really pretty, and it was well worth the extra time that you take on these type of nails. And then the thumb, as you can see, as I said, it was exactly the same as the pinky. Super cute. I think I show me top coating the other hand as well, just because they're so pretty. And who doesn't love to watch top coating? It's literally the best part. So here is the pinky again. They're exactly the same on each hand. And I love a French. And then the colour block one again. And sorry if you can hear my washing machine. It's always going with my washing machine. Joys of 3 kids. So yeah, this is the end of the video, and this is the end result. I was actually really proud of myself for doing these nails. But I'm going to keep practicing my double hearts, and I will obviously film them if I do. I'm going to try them in different colours. But yeah, I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.